Just as both life and world are neither necessarily meaningless, insignificant, unimportant, worthless, absurd, nor are they absolutely devoid of and disconnected and divorced from all purpose, ambition, significance, anyways, because they both, that is, life, world, love, are meaningful, significant, relevant, worthy, virtuous, valuable in their own ways, and they can only be understood, comprehended, applied as such with meaning by the worthy, individual, authentic, truthful, positive, optimistic sort of man or person in one way or another, depending upon the perception, mind, attitude of the man or the woman in hand or in front of us. Everything can have meaning, or everything essentially has a meaning which depends on the human mind for its perception and establishment and basically inevitability in one way or another. Everything has a meaning, but because the human mind is dull, because we're ignorant, arrogant, pretentious, stupid, because we just don't want to improve upon these conditions and acquire knowledge and develop self respect, self sufficiency, and cultivate virtues, qualities, intelligence, and earn many other powers, we are essentially not able to realize the meaning in anything. We dismiss everything as being meaningless, insignificant, absurd, and eventually a regret over everything. We eventually feel remorseful for having wasted not only life but also uh, inside of it many elements, imperatives, and fundamentals for wasting them, for not thinking over and living for them, attempting them. So obviously it's our fault, but then again, we had to look into everything. But then again, when it comes to religion, then religion is important in its own ways. It's not entirely meaningless, but then again, the institutional religion may be corrupt, just as anything that is institutionalized and organized is corrupt, including education, society, public, politics, because education is highly judgmental, discriminating, partial towards everyone, because all it talks about is grades and marks, and depending upon that, it determines character, assesses personality, mind, psychology, IQ, but these are imperative qualities. But the basically grades or marks cannot necessarily define who we are, what we can eventually become and do, what we are capable of accomplishing in our lives. How can those things be determined by what sort of education we have and what we don't, and what sort of basically percentages we got? So it's one sided, it's delusional, basically examination, anyways. It's ignorant, corrupt, arrogant, and it's absolutely judgmental of the human potential